Hi, Jerome from Trailblazing Wine and TWTV, offering hints and tips to help you get the most enjoyment out of your wines. And earlier in the week I was at a tasting and I was asked the question, what are the best white wines produced in France? And my immediate response was a bit of a cop-out really. I said, well, there are loads of fantastic white wines produced in France. Your best bet is to try as many as you can and then start to decide what your favourite styles are. But on reflection I realised it was actually an excellent question. I mean, French red and white wines, the sort of iconic and most famous wines, are interpreted across the world by winemakers who see these as the blueprint for the best white wines in the world, and they try and create these wines in their own style. So to have an understanding of these wines is really useful. So for French white wines, the sort of I've come up with a list of what I think are the most prestigious French white wines and arguably the best white wines in the world. So from Burgundy, where Chardonnay gives its best expression, the regions to look out for are Chablis Grand Cru, Corton Charlemagne, Meursault and Montrachet. For Sauvignon Blanc, where the Loire Valley produces an amazing expression of the Sauvignon Blanc grape, the most prestigious areas in the Loire Valley are Sancerre and Puy-Fumé. In Bordeaux, Sauvignon Blanc again and Semillon produce amazing wines, and the regions there most prestigious for those white wines are Pessac-Léognan and also Sauternes. In the Rhone Valley, the most famous white wine is Condrieu, and Viognier is the grape there. And also I'd include Alsace, certainly Grand Cru, where Alsace white wines are amongst the best in the world. So if you start to explore those wines, the regions I've just mentioned, you're going to be spending at least £30 a bottle and going into possibly the many hundreds of pounds a bottle. Now, if you love wine, then tasting and experiencing these wines is amazing. However, what's possibly more helpful for you is if I give recommendations for alternative wines that are of a similar style, so you can start to understand what your classic white wine preferences are and start to explore wines that are similar or certainly a similar expression across the world. This is particularly useful with the seasons coming up where we're starting to have sort of celebration feasts and that sort of thing, and there you want to have wines that go with it, but to have some of these classic examples would cost a fortune. So I'm really happy to help with recommendations and alternatives to those wines, so just get in touch if you want to hear about those. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you next week.